Peace. What up, y'all? We in here Friday, November 8th, campaign trail. We in this thing, man. We here. The emotional blame game. I can't speak about this whole presidential politics thing, but I definitely can speak about how our people are acting. I'm not picking no sides. I'm not talking about who won, who lost type of thing, but I'm talking about the reaction, the emotional reaction. The 5150 unsound, insane blame game. And our people still not taking accountability. I'm talking about those that's guilty of this. Those of our people that's just in an emotional frenzy, don't know what to do with themselves, don't know how to take uh, judgments, still not taking accountability. Is everybody else's fault but the people in the mirror. But the people in the mirror. George Allen, salute. Walaikum salam, my brethren. First on the list, first up on this Friday, November the 8th. I wanted to give a shout out. Super love and honor to my queen. Today is her 21st born again day. Officially citizen, registered citizen and warrior and soldier of our own nation 21 years ago today. And I'll leave it at that. I ain't gonna go really into that, but my God, Queen, Sister Sunday, peace and blessings. I love you. But yeah, back on the emotional blame game, and us still not taking accountability. These media magicians, these media fruit pie magicians, sorcerers, enchanters, witches and witchcrafts of the media. Boy, it ain't looking good, is it? It is not looking good. And apparently it's because they're not feeling good. It's definitely not trading places. It's not, the end of trading places. Looking good, Lewis. Feeling good, Valentine or whatever. They ain't looking good or feeling good right now. They're not looking good as a unit. In my Kevin Hart voice, they're not looking good. It's not sounding good or looking good as a unit. R&B, RBs, pardon me. Peace to you, RB. Man, I mean, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? It's so safe to be neutral. It's so wise to just be neutral. You can call a ball game or you can call a fight. You can be the commentator. That don't mean that you picking a side. I just know how to call it like I see it, man. But it's rough. It's rough out here in these media streets and these social media streets. It's a whole lot of sweat and bullets. It's a whole lot of blaming and attacking and accusing of people's own parties. Their own parties is blaming each other and accusing each other, attacking each other, and it's looking real chaotic. Looking real chaotic. And they ain't even got retaliated on yet. That's the cold part. This is the calm before the storm. This is the quiet. This is the quiet, calm lull before the actual storm when you're going to have to answer for this and for that, man. Yeah, it's going to be something to see. It's going to be something to watch. Man, I just be praying for discipline, just to stay neutral, just to call the shots, call the game like I see it. Not saying I'm the best knower or nothing like that, but my teacher and my instructions and guidance ain't been wrong yet. Not saying that I'm better than nobody. It's just I'm smart enough to follow unbeaten guidance. That's all. I'm a follower. I'm just a follower. The best leaders are the best followers. The best teachers were the best students. I'm forever a student. I'm forever learning, forever following, forever obeying another human being, especially a black man, forever obeying a living black man. So if I can say that as a black man, then our sisters sure need to learn how to say that and learn that language. Because I ain't just saying it. I ain't capping. I've been living it, and I've been benefiting off of following and submitting to and obeying living Black men for the last 34 years of my life proudly. You know what I'm saying? So shouldn't our women be just as bold and proud to be able to say something like that about the man they choose, that especially when they choose to open they body to? If I could say it and I ain't in no rainbow type of situation with the men I submit to and obey and follow, man, shouldn't your woman be able to say that about you? Instead of accusing you of this and that, or saying this is your fault, or this whole blaming, misogynistic blaming, playing the misogynistic game cards, playing the race card, playing man, it's all kind of cards being flying everywhere, man. It's cards everywhere, man. Whole game out here, man. Whole game out here. Not taking accountability. We still not taking accountability. They say pride goes before destruction, and a haughty, arrogant spirit leads to the fall. We ain't even seen the fall. This ain't even a fall yet. You just screaming on the way down. You might want to be trying to look for something, a parachute or something, instead of blaming people and fighting on the way down. It's going to cause a splat. You might want to try to find somebody to help you before you hit that ground. Elmatic, salute. Elmatic with the wrench. Walaikum salam. Hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. It's Friday. I don't know what y'all doing. If y'all got a job, I don't know what you see. Do you see things being optimistic because of after the election? You've seen the stock market added like $1.3 trillion in one day, and we saw that. We saw, that's written that all of this is going to have an initial boom, but then, the dust is going to settle and the wars and all this other type of stuff is going to resume. But, we just talking about our part. We can't say or control what these other people, these rulers and deep states and pharaohs and all that is going to do. It's written what they're doing, what they're going to do. But the question is, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we emotionally insane? Are we emotionally so blind, deaf, and dumb that we can't see our own hand in our condition? We can't see that we put our own self in this condition. Are we not taking accountability? We still trying to point blame and fingers at everybody else? Salute, walk them down, walk them down. 420 alien age, salute. Elmatic, of course. So yeah, man, y'all see it. It's concerning, it's entertaining, it's sad, it's funny, it's all kind of stuff, especially if you don't got a quote unquote dog in the fight and you didn't pick a side, you didn't pick a team or the teams that's feuding. I picked the team. I've been, banging for the team I picked for the last 30 some years. But when you see these piles of tricks, these tricks and these treats, and you see the disappointment, you see the promises made and the promises broken, you see the hopes and dreams, gassed all the way up and the bubbles busted. And I'm not this guy. Well, I ain't gonna put that. I can't even put that. I have to follow my instructions. I have to follow my leadership and commander in chief, and really not touch on that subject of those two candidates and that old thing. But we're talking about the emotional reaction by our people, by our, the people. And are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Are y'all hearing what I'm hearing? Who's taking it the worst? These, like I said, these media magicians, boy, man, media magicians ain't having no agreements whatsoever. I'm seeing people turn and flip and roll over and sing on each other and whistle blow and snitch and rat on each other. Like, man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful to watch if you're neutral. But when, like I said, I'm not under no illusion or delusion that once the dust, settle and the smoke settle and the, things really get in gear, then we're gonna have the new targets on our backs, our foreheads also. But it's not new for us. It's nothing new for us. But those of us that believed that we was gonna be in power, or we was gonna make history and all that. Make history, peace, bro. C, salute, peace and blessings to you and everybody in the chat. I remember, and I said this before, because I'm a follower and student of Farrakhan, and he used to say on several occasions when he was young in the '60s, following his leader and his teacher, Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Malcolm. But he asked both of their teachers, which was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like, dear Holy Apostle, is there any value in the civil rights movement? Because we wasn't into the civil rights movement. The NOI wasn't into the civil rights movement. We wasn't into nonviolent resistance. We wasn't into integration, voting, none of that. Trying to drink out the same water fountain and go to the same schools. We wasn't for none of that. So, everybody else was, and the minister asked his teacher, is there any value in the civil rights movement? And his teacher told him, yeah, when it fails. Yes, when it fails, because our people have to be allowed to try everything they way and do everything they way. And after all else fails, which it will, which it has, then they will have no choice but to try submission to reality, submission to truth, which in Arabic is called Islam, their own nature. So we're allowed to try everything, our body, our choice, our way, our, and get ourselves in the trouble that it gets us in. And then we're going to be forced to have to do it our natural way, the way of our nature, which is, truth and righteousness and submission, obedience, following authority of living men, living black men. We're going to have to, or you can just check out, you know what I'm saying? But that's what's going to happen. Monstar, salute, man. Thank you, Monstar. First up, man, on this Friday, keeping the Hotel 7 lights on. Monstar McFly, thank you for the cash app. I got you. I see it, man. Beautiful, beautiful blessings, man. That's what I'm saying, man. Y'all are my prophets and messengers and God people. I don't pray to no mystery ghosts. I come, in the name of my people, and my people, our people, bless me. So hopefully I do the same for y'all. Hopefully whatever I, energy and information and point of view and company or whatever that I give you is worth, something worth paying attention to. But man, it's our time. It's a great day. It's a great and dreadful day. If you know how to avoid the bear traps, you know how to avoid the beast and the wolf, the predator, man, it's a beautiful time. It's great and it's dreadful at the same time. If you're on the wrong side of history, it's terrible. It's dreadful. It's sorrows, and this is just the beginning of sorrows. Wars and rumors of wars, all of the worst stuff. But if we got the heart to separate and have the faith and the confidence that we ain't got to be a part of these people's system, it's not going to be nothing but heartbreak and disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Grief, anger, rage, confusion. Ain't that what we going through? False hopes, broken promises. Man. So why not get real? But we have to be allowed to do everything our way and let it fail. And then after it fails, if we're still alive, because it's that serious. Some of the wild, lawless, rebellious choices, independent such and such choices that we make takes us out of here to where we can't learn a lesson from it. Somebody else got to learn the lesson because it took us out. And some of us would rather get took out than to humble ourselves and submit, confess. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. I was feeling myself. I was prideful. I was this. I was that. They I'd rather you just get took out. So that's where a lot of us is at. Especially if you're a public figure, you got a public name, you got a public image. That's a fate worse than deletion to a lot of us. To get publicly disappointed or publicly humiliated, publicly embarrassed, to where you eating crow, you eating your own foot in your mouth, or all this bold stuff that people were saying for the last few months or whatever. Like, yeah, that's got to be rough. That's got to be rough. That's why wise people don't do that. David Lartigue, salute. What's up? Hub and a dub all day. Hub and a dub. Bro C say this truly allowed me to see how bad our people are plugged into the matrix. Exactly. Just all in, emotionally committed, emotionally welded, emotionally bonded by emotion. Not facts, not a history of success, not love, not emotion, negative emotion or pride or, trying to flex it. That's the whole, saying online, my flex is this, my flex is to the flex. Flex, who you flexing on? We all ex-slaves. We all, ex-victims and preyed upon prey, you talking about flexing on somebody other than the real enemy, the slave master? You talking about flexing on each other? You want to flex on this other female? Yeah, or these, you broke this and you broke that. That's why you broke. You bitter, like, man, okay, well, enjoy. Enjoy, because ultimately the top devils, the top enemy, Satan, is going to flex on everybody, right? And then the God is going to have to flex on him and them. Everybody claim God and shit till they take that L and don't know how to handle it. Everybody claim God, right? Till God don't give you what you want. You get hit with that test, that emotional, spiritual character test. When you was claiming you're gonna do this and have this and you're gonna get this in the name of God, and you're doing all your memes and shit, all your, oh man, and then he don't give you what you want. That's the real test. Let a person disappoint you after you thought you was gonna get what you was gonna get. That's the real test. All that faith talk, all that righteous image talk, all that stuff out the window immediately. Mastermind 123, is the NOI the only Islamic arrangement that believe Allah is a man? Not necessarily. I believe the Shia, the Iranian Muslims, the Shia Muslim, they believe in Mahdi, the 12th Imam Mahdi, and that's the equivalent. That's Allah in person, or in the person, the powers of Allah in a human being. So that's why that's the greatest enemy of these United Snizakes. You know what I'm saying? Because they're the most closely in line with the belief of God being in a human being, or Allah being in a human being. That's a great question, though, Mastermind. Safi Ali, peace. Madone Kemet, salute. Yeah, if anybody want to get on the line, yeah, man, matter of fact, let me hit y'all with this link. It's Friday, man. We just vibing. I'm feeling blessed and thankful that I can share what little I understand or what I experience. It don't mean nothing I'm saying is in stone and gospel and 1000% the only way it can be. It's just an alternative way of thinking, of critical thinking, an alternative way of looking at reality and testing stuff and weighing stuff and challenging stuff. I'm always opening myself up to be challenged. I love being challenged. So that's why I be so hard with, if people say something or type something that, like get on and really fade me, like challenge me. I get offended if you halfway challenge me. I get offended. Like stay with your chest. Like get on here and say, I'm not saying nobody, none of y'all have did that on here right now, but when That's the only thing kind of get under my skin. Don't half challenge me. Don't half, do it all the way. Let the people see it. Because I don't know, you might knock me out, right? You might fade me all the way. All right. But I like putting myself under that kind of pressure that I gotta perform. I don't know what you coming with. I don't know you. I don't know what you know, but I gotta perform. Make me perform. the people will love it, right? Will they not be entertained? So if you did, you got a disagreement, let's fade it. Let's do it. I don't know nothing. I ain't got no books. I ain't got no notes. Got a tight little undershirt and a bald head and bags under my eyes. But I'm ready. This is my fight weight. These are my fight clothes. My YouTube fight clothes. Matthias LP, salute. Man, happy Friday to you as well. And everybody, if y'all celebrate or observe Sabbath and, all that, that type of stuff. Flow Rider, salute, peace to you. Yeah, so we just chopping it up. I know it's 7 o'clock on the west, 10 o'clock, 10 something, 10, 18, 20, 19, something like that, 10, 19 on the east. Excuse me. So I don't know if y'all getting outside or y'all just in for the night. Happy that the work week is over and you can relax and rest. So that's what I'm here, just trying to vibe it out, man. Talk about the week's event. Talking about this emotional reaction, this condition, this mayhem, this frenzy madness of emotions, especially in the media and by people that have an image, public image, especially if we heard so much from that about them during these last few months. And now to hear how they handle, how they handle the W or the L, it's either way. You're supposed to stay neutral. Now, you're never supposed to get too celebratory, so-called happy, or too sad or whatever, especially if you're still in the war. Any righteous person is never supposed to get too celebratory or so too happy as long as the devil still exists, as long as we still under the power and influence of our oppressor. How happy can you get? You know what I'm saying? What's the point of that? It's, there's certain things that you can do privately, among your own family or your own personal private circle, but coming out publicly, like things is going to change, or we've won, or we've reached heaven or utopia, or the wicked witch is dead. Like, nah, that's not wise at all. Bro, I'm glad that the minister has allowed you to use your 30-year commitment. Man, same here. I thank the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, our spiritual father who art in heaven, hallowed be his name, and I love to be able to say these biblical kind of and Quranic concepts and scriptures and apply them to living human beings, living human black men that exist today. That makes so many people so furious, as though I'm blasphemy or shirk or I'm but that's how you're supposed to apply it, right? I never seen no 2,000-year-old Jesus, 2024 or 2050 something year old Jesus. Only Jesus I seen is the one I represent. You know what I'm saying? Only God I know is the one that he taught me about. So why would I be banging and jacking something else that just some tradition, hearsay tradition, ghost story stuff that ain't never did nothing for me? So that's why I'm bold about it when I say Farrakhan or I say Elijah Muhammad. I didn't meet Master Farad Muhammad, but I have to believe that he is who Elijah said he was, because I'm a product. I'm a fruit. I'm the result of that, among many of the greatest men and women I ever seen in my life. That's members of my same nation, which is your nation also. It ain't just our nation, it's your nation, but so many of us don't believe that because of the media propaganda, lies, and hype, claiming that we Hitlers or we this and we that. Now you see them blaming each other with that. I love it so much to see that you can't pin that on us, because we ain't had nothing to do with it. We didn't participate in none of them reindeer voting games. You know what I'm saying? But now we see them calling each other racist and misogynist and Hitler and such and Nazis and blah, blah. Like, wow. Wow, you got the popcorn, man. You know what I'm saying? That used to be us. So now, that just let you know that was all cap. Because if y'all throwing them same accusations and insults at each other, that mean it was all cap when you was throwing it at us too. It was all cap. Fam. Matthias, LP, dude, these women are crashing out. They the perfect examples as to why I can't repeat that part. I'll post it though. I let the people read it. I can't repeat that part. Right. Yeah, I'm on that. I'm not talking about that. You're absolutely right, Flow Rider. Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm talking about our people's reaction. I'm not talking about nothing that happened, but I hear you. Absolutely. I hear you. And I'm trying not to go there, but we speak about our people. We speaking about um, our people's condition, not about those 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 two characters or whatnot. I would not be where I am if I didn't have this X. Absolutely. Same here. Same here. Same here. So we want to be neutral, and just like Flow Rider said, that's how you pull your brother's coattail. Like, remember, like, yes, sir. Yeah. If that's what you mean, that's the way I'm taking it. So I hear that. I feel that and submit. But yeah, the emotional blame game. The emotional blame game. This is what we're talking about. Are people still not taking accountability? Right? Why should we even be emotional in the first place? Why should we get emotionally invested in any of this stuff in the first place? Right? Our job as 5%ers, poor righteous teachers, is to help raise the mentally dead nation by the thousands, and by speaking well, using our mathematical theology in the proper term. And none of us can be successful unless we speak clearly the people's language. So there are things we can talk about, and there are things that we ain't supposed to talk about under specific instructions. But we still talking to our people, and we still have to talk to our people about what we've been talking about. But yeah, all of this is affecting relationships. It's affecting careers. It's affecting health. Mental health. You know, even though mental health is already kind of in question, if so many people, so many millions of people think and believe that it's okay for men to be called women and women to be called men, and that's all a mental soundness question. How sound is our mental? And if we making that laws and policies, you know what I'm saying? So all of this is about trying to help raise a mentally dead nation and people globally, actually, around the globe. And that's what we're dealing with, because if we'll fight for that, then we'll fight for other foolishness as well, right? We'll fight for other foolishness as well. So I'm here just like y'all, observing. As a man, I have to be an authority over my family. I have to be an authority. I'm responsible for what I know and for what I understand. I have to be a guide. I have to be a helper. I have to be a servant. But at the same time, I have to be obedient to my uh, superior, my commanders in chief, my commander in chief, and that's where we at. So if we don't know how to walk that tightrope, you know what I'm saying? Because yeah. But yeah, are we not taking accountability? I watch I watch uh social media clips of these TV shows like The View with Whoopi Goldberg and all these newscasts, these news stations, or my social media peers, certain comedians, black comedians, certain rappers, certain singers, artists, athletes. And based on, I got a good memory. I got a big head, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of information and data up in here. I remember like an elephant. And I especially remember when I'm being accused of something, very serious. I might not respond or whatever, but I don't forget when people accuse me of being uh, uh, a very serious problem, falsely accuse me of being a fatal type problem. Like it's my fault or people like me's fault that such and this and this and this and that, and we're the problem, and we're racist, and we're little Hitlers, and we're like black, racists and Nazis and this and that. We don't forget those things. We don't forget those things. So just for me seeing now the and I gotta say, God, I be trying not to even go there. I need to find another word. The laws of justice, the universal divine laws of justice, now have the people that was so quick and so loud at accusing us of being all them things. Now they're at each other's throat. Now they're accusing each other of that in a blink of an eye. Like, whoever's behind those there forces of nature, is remarkable, stellar. You know, those forces of nature, those laws of universal divine justice are stellar. Because we don't got no power. I don't got no power, I should say. I don't got no power to make stuff happen like that, you know. And if I do, I don't know how to access it. It might be dormant, but so you gotta kind of look at it from that point. A lot of people got to put themselves in people like our shoes that been accused of the worst stuff for decades, accused of being the problem, accused of being the HATERs, accused of being the anti this and the anti that. You know what I'm saying? And the sexist, the racist, the such and such, misogynist, the such and such, like, oh man, okay. Now ain't not one of us can not one of them can say none of that about us because we wasn't involved. We didn't participate, we wasn't involved. So now they saying that about our Mexican brothers, our Latino people, they saying that about all kind of stuff. Like, wow. But who, and the reason why I'm on here is who's saying it the loudest? Who's crying this the loudest? But my own sisters. My own sisters. That's who I've been talking about for the last 4-5 years straight since I wrote my little book. And it's on my website too. I ain't been promoting it. But this here book, War in Your Heaven, it's a relationship book. War in Your Heaven. The black man's relationship problems with his black woman today and the feared solutions. War in Your Heaven. You see that? You can't see it too good up there, but this is a picture of a black woman's head and a dragon in there. That's a fire breathing dragon. And then some soldiers, Michael and his angels, with their swords trying to slay the dragon that has possessed our women's heads. So it's a war. It's not saying that our women is the dragon or the enemy, but our women have been possessed by the dragon, influenced by the dragon. Now they carry the mark or the mind of this beast that's our mortal enemy. And they have sided and, many cases squatted up and partnered up and got their bag and got their fame and got their political positions and all of that from them by ishing on us. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote a whole book about that, and I've been on that. This ain't new for Brother Cam. You know what I'm saying? I've been married now for 20, well, what I've been married 30 years of my life. But I was married once before, my three oldest children, and that wasn't really planned. I just manned up, and that was my three oldest children that all grown is from my first marriage. That was 8 years, and then divorced, and then the very next year met my wife that I'm with now, that I've been with for the last 22 years. So I'm a marrier. I marry. I'm a committer. I dedicate myself to the woman, you know what I'm saying, that I'm with. So I'm not a baby daddy. I'm not my ninja or my D or my side dude. And nah, I'm a husband. I'm a husband. That's my track record, my history. By God's permission, by my father's permission. So the positions that I take regarding my own sisters, I got pretty good justification and right to say what I say. And I challenge anybody who be disagreeing, but they never show up. They might write on my wall, but they won't show up. Keith Ned, peace. Mr. Majestic, I post your comment, but I can't really speak on it because I can't speak on that. Yeah, that's the politics. I'm not into that. I'm into exactly what I'm saying. The provable, down to earth, practical applications of what we should be doing. Anybody that believes in this United Snakes voting system or politics system, I don't believe in that. So if that's what you on, I give you your shine or whatever, let you post or say whatever you want to post. I don't believe in that. So you'll never hear me saying that's the solution ever. The solution is taking our own personal accountability, uniting and doing for self, not integrating into the system or into the people of our former slave masters. That makes sense? You don't have to agree. I just want to make sure I make sense. Make sure that's clear to you. If that's what you believe, I'll give you the platform to type what you believe, but I'm not talking nothing pro Trump, pro Harris, pro politics at all. I don't believe in that. And I'm saying you shouldn't either. But if a person, especially right now, the how feelings are towards in general towards so many black males, they don't even like to hear a black male speaking with authority that has a track record of success telling anybody what they should do. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's exactly what we should be submitting to and trying to listen to. Now this emotional, lawless, rainbow, my body, my choice, boss this, boss that, doesn't allow humility. That it doesn't allow a sane, clear thinking brain to actually take correction. You know what I'm saying? To recognize righteous quality authority. We don't even believe authority exists. Our authority is our feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I'm gonna obey is my feelings and my appetite. So I totally am against that. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what y'all believe, that y'all don't have to listen to no man or don't have to be under no authority. I don't follow no man and this and that. Then first of all, you capping, but second of all, then you just stay over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm 100% about authority, and especially black male authority, because I'm a black male. I'm not saying that that's what qualifies you, but according to nature, that is the natural chain of command. So the black man is supposed to be that. And when you see somebody exercising that or demonstrating that or got a track record of successfully being that on various levels, then they are qualified to tell you what you should do. They're not gonna force you to do it. I don't give a damn you do it or not. You know what I'm saying? Nobody trying to force nobody to do nothing, but that's the emotional resistance and reaction that they'll give to a black male that's qualified. The black male that's qualified that's telling you this is what you should do, right? You don't have to do it, but if you want to be a millionaire and you're not, and I am, and and I'm telling you this is what you should do to be a millionaire, to be successful in the thing that I'm successful in, you should do it. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to be a master in, somebody gonna tell you what you should do because somebody already did it before you better. But if our feelings and our emotions, our pride and ego can't hear the word authority or what you should do from another human being, then you need to stay where you at. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Salute, all of that, but stay over there. Negro by blood, salute. Hannah Rose, salute. Mr. Majestic, I wonder if us black men will ever get full respect in this country. What is full respect? We already got it. Like, what is full respect? If you got full respect for yourself, you already got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody else thinks about me or feels about me. It's about what I think and feel and know about myself. How do I respect myself? I got full respect in this country and in this world, right? And if you violate me, then you'll see. I'm not saying you, but that's how that works. I don't know what full respect means to you. I got it for myself, and if I got it for myself, that means I got it for you. So we expecting full respect from the devil? Why would the devil ever respect God? You know what I'm saying? Or you or me. So that's not a realistic expectation. That's like females like looking for Mr. Right. And anyway, I ain't gonna diss. Kim, salute. This world was originally created to incubate the black man into a position of respect. This world was originally created to incubate. I don't understand that one, Kim. This world is the devil's world. This world was never intended to do that. You know. But yeah. Robert Epps, people respect who they love. Not necessarily. They should. They not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because it's 5150 time. We in 5150 season. We love all kind of stuff. We love rainbow. We love such and such. We claim that we love somebody, but when times get hard or things get hot or it's a threat, your life or your safety or health is threatened, they'll retreat on you. You know what I'm saying? You back to back trying to fight an enemy. Yeah, they love you, but they don't love you enough. Yeah, they believe in God, but they don't believe enough. Saying I would never say that somebody just don't love me or just don't believe, but you don't believe enough. You don't love enough. You don't know enough. You're not willing to sacrifice or do enough. So it ain't just all cut and dry like that all the time. But yeah, that's just me sharing my little viewpoints. Like I said, I'm not the best knower. I might talk like I got authority or like I know this and know that. Some things I think I know, but somebody knows better. Somebody always knows better than me. That's why I be calling people to challenge me, challenge me. Kim, in the sense of being the cream of the planet, this world. Yeah, you might have should have said this planet. This planet was originally created, our world, the original God's people's world, but this world is the devil's world. This world is made to be destroyed. This world is hell. I'm saying It's the next world that we planting, that we represent. But yeah, emotions, man. Have y'all studied emotions? Emotions. That is the heaven or the hell, right? Heaven and hell is really an emotional state. It's not a place that you go after you die, or it's not a place that you go, period. It's an emotional state. It's a state of mind. You know, are you content? Are you at peace? Are you happy? You know what I'm saying? Are you knowledgeable? Do you feel strong because you know how to solve problems? You understand things, you comprehend things, you feel satisfied because you have accomplished things and exercised your vision and your will and actually brought into existence through all obstacles what you willed or what you desired. That's heaven. Peace, power, love, righteousness, family, health, beauty, you know what I'm saying? Wealth. Wealth don't mean money, but money is a part of wealth. Money is an aspect of wealth, but money just represents the real wealth that's worth money. You know what I'm saying? The real wealth is those things that are worth money. Money ain't the wealth. What have you done with yourself, or what have you developed in yourself that's worth money to people? That's the wealth. Your abilities, what you have developed. You know what I'm saying? Robert Epps said, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that love is the mother of emotions. Yeah, love is a force. Love is a force, like gravity or electromagnetism. Love is a creative force. Love is that raw, pure truth, energy, intelligence force. That's the thing that holds atoms and molecules together. Love. That's that glue. That's that unbreakable glue. That means in a nuclear bomb or an atom bomb, you have to exert so much force and power to break the love bond, that bond, that glue that holds atoms and molecules together, that can break them apart. That's why it's so destructive. Anything other than love is so destructive, because that's the equivalent of what you have to do to an atom to explode the atom. It's just the epitome of destruction. So love is equivalent with that force that holds atoms and molecules together. And what you have to do to break that up is pure destruction. Yeah. And that's why we can't really get much done, or we don't grow, because we don't unite in love. Everybody thinks we're individuals. We think we're supposed to do for self, like selfishly, like go for self as an individual. And that's the equivalent of atoms that have been blown apart, or atomic particles that have been blown apart. No power whatsoever. We only have power when the atoms come together and produce molecules, and the molecules come together and produce elements, and then elements come together and produce, everything that we see in physical creation. Emotions. Emotions. Why can we not seem to get our emotions in check? Why are emotions ruling us, and mostly negative emotion, mostly immature emotions, emotions based on immaturity, weak character, right? So that's greed, that's lust, you know what I'm saying? Pride, envy, jealousy, fear, man. So when we got wisdom, knowledge, understanding, experience, force, power, then we don't have those emotions like that no more. Those are like what they say, that the gates of hell, the seven deadly sins: lust, gluttony, greed, whatever. Those emotions that uh, motivate those type of things. So, but yeah, it's a lot of man, it's a lot of grief, a lot of stress, a lot of trials and tribulations going on right now with all of us because we at the end of these wicked people's time to rule, and we see that this recent political thing has sparked their energy. So their energy is naturally going to come against our natural energy, especially like, I mean, if y'all would have seen, if y'all understood how these small caps Satans set this up brilliantly, like brilliantly. If y'all only had a clue how they used our sisters as they mouthpiece and they pieces and they top soldiers against this camp that just won, brilliant. You know, you got to give Satan boys his respect. Military geniuses of evil. You know what I'm saying? Because now after the smoke cleared and the one left holding the bill, you know what I'm saying? You know, the first targets, the ones that have made themselves the first targets, the loudmouthest targets that's still loud right now. So, you know, you're going to see that natural reaction now, right? So, you know, may God be pleased and rest in peace, Sandra Bland. Y'all remember Sandra Bland and what happened to her, whether she actually, you know, had issues or not, or did whatever they say she did, you know, in the jail cell. But the fact that she even went to jail in the first place, you're going to see more and more of, unfortunately, that type of uh handling of our sisters, because they don't know, they don't understand the Satan casting out Satan warfare. They don't understand that. They thought that both of those teams was really on the same team or whatever. You know, they thought that the people that claim the religious thing the most, that are in power and control money and media institutions, they thought that was the sure bet. They thought that Satan was the sure bet. So they bet on that Satan. And now that Satan failed them. And now they have to deal with their ops, you know, that Satan's ops, who they was so loud and, you know, so that's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. So I'll be praying and appealing to my own sisters to hurry up and make it back home. Come on back home to your natural role, to your natural place. And you know, I can't tell nobody what to do. I can't force nobody to do nothing. All I can do is warn, and that's all I'm doing. Because this is the lull before the storm. This is the lull before the storm. And you see that they have already, these small cap Satans have already set our sisters out there. Our sisters are the new poster child for the target, to poster child targets for this new thing, you know, and they still gassing up. And you know, it's so much I want to say that I can't say, but you know, I gotta let nature take its course. Gotta let nature take its course. And I'm trying to figure out how to warn and communicate publicly and talk to my sisters, to, you know, about this without violating my instructions and my orders. You know, maybe, you know, you just shut up and let the father do what he gonna do to his daughters and sons. You know what I'm saying? He got his own belt for me. You know what I'm saying? He got his own belt for my sister. So I don't want to be out of line by, you know, saying something I ain't supposed to be saying. So, you know, and so anyway, it's, you know, I'm programmed. I'm so programmed that, you know, trying to make it, trying to understand it. Attack the us because they know they lack exact. Oh, you rhyming? Okay, yeah, yeah, man. So I'm just trying to do the same thing, man. I'm trying to keep my own backside out the fire. I'm trying to figure out what I can do and what I can't do, what I can talk about and what I can't talk about. Well, I know what I can't talk about, but the envelope, because it seems like no matter what we say, if we say anything, that's why the minister said don't even say nothing. Because anything we say is going to be used against us at this point. Um, so what y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about relationships? Y'all want to talk about something else? Anything else going on in the world, in your life right now? Any stresses that y'all want to talk about? And maybe we could try to find some solutions to right quick. Try to segue off of this, even though this is the number one, man, this is the number one topic. So maybe I just need to find something else to do. Write some rhymes or something. Seeing a lot about the Grammys and something. Kendrick, salute Kendrick, supposed to be nominated for like 5 Grammys for not they not like us. I I know Drake ain't feeling too cool about that. But yeah, I ain't even, man. I don't even be motivated or inspired to talk about nothing, no sports or entertainment stuff. That's just not attractive to me right now. But I can't talk about this. So. Bro C said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, when you plant a seed, it goes down before it comes up. Just keep going, brother. Cam see a flower about to sprout. Man, I hope I ain't a weed. I don't want to be disobeying. I just know we still supposed to minister to our people. We still supposed to speak the language to our people and be up to the modern times, but there's certain modern events that I can't speak on because like I said, anything that I say is going to be used against me by my own sisters, my own people, or by my own superiors. Uh, so that's why I'm trying to find something else to talk about: relationships, health. All of it is actually going to come back to this subject. Try not to talk about the God subject because I don't want to sound like a preacher. Um, yeah, we can talk about maybe if y'all got some questions um, about the power of the human brain, the human mind, the divinity, about how we really are gods and how I communicate with my God and what God is it that I communicate with. We all guys. If y'all listening to me right now, I'm communicating with gods. Well, when I say the most high God, the difference between communicating or praying, a lot of us get all tripped out and say, you polytheist or you blasphemy or you in a cult because you pray to a man. I absolutely pray to a man. Let me say that loud and clear. I absolutely pray to, my supreme most high God. The concept of supreme being, most high God, Allah, whatever you want to call him, is a living flesh and blood black man that's alive right now, that breathes oxygen, is who I pray to. Does that sound crazy? If you're a Christian, does that sound crazy? If you're a Muslim or Hebrew or Jewish, does that sound crazy to you? That I boldly say that I pray to a human being, a living black man that can hear my prayers, that can hear my thoughts, that we communicate telepathically. Is that crazy to y'all? Let me know. I won't be offended. I won't be offended. But there's 2 billion people on the planet call themselves Christians, and 2 billion people on the planet call themselves Muslims that believe something similar that I could say it sounds even more crazy. But I believe in the living power of the living original human being on this planet, right? Negro by blood says, I'm not gonna lie, it do, brother. It do bother. I guess you say I'm not gonna lie, it do, brother. Which one sounds the craziest, Negro? There's not no beef. This is I love this subject. It's no threat, no disrespect. I'm not taking no disrespect. I just love to compare how you communicate with your God, Negro by blood, and who your God is compared to who I communicate with as my God. Don't that seem fair? I want to bring it all the way down to earth, right? I want to really us to critically think and look at that. Like I pray to a mystery a ghost Jesus that's 2050 something years old that I never seen, that every bad thing ever happened to us in life, he let it happen. Slavery, he let slavery happen. Like, but I say that he saved me. I'm saved because I believe. Like, I want to get into all of the technical exact details and put it on a scale and see which one sounds the craziest. Right? Since I can't talk about the politics or the campaign or this type of stuff, this would be a good subject to talk about. Ivan Quinones, my bad. I'm chopping your name up, but I appreciate that. Majestic, what are the similarities between the Holy Quran and the Holy Bible? Also, why was the Book of Enoch taken out of the Holy Bible? Well, holy means something that's pure, untampered with, undiluted. So the Bible is actually not holy because the fact that you acknowledging something was taken out of it, it's no longer pure. Anything that's tampered with, diluted, mixed in any form is not holy. So that's the definition. But the Quran is just a verification of the Bible. It's the exact same God, exact same prophets, exact same stories. Is just revealed to correct the tamperings that was done to the Bible. So the Quran is just the same story of the Bible, just minus the tampering. That's why it was revealed, because the Bible got tampered with. So the Quran had to be revealed to correct and show the tamperings. So it's the same everything. That's why we don't reject Christians and we don't reject none of the prophets. But a lot of Christians and people that claim they believe in Christ, they reject us. They say that they don't get along with us for whatever reason. I don't know. They say that any other doctrine other than I don't know. But we accept it all. We accept all. We accept all of the prophets, all of the books, the Torah, the Gospel, Injil. But they just don't accept us. So that's something you would kind of have to ask them about on that part. MCT, who was the God before Master Fard Muhammad / Elijah Muhammad? Excellent question. So we taught in the nation that there's always been, for the past 66 trillion years, since the deportation of the moon from the earth. The moon used to be a part of the earth and it got blown out. A chunk got blown out of the earth. And the water that was on that part called moon fell back down to the earth. So that's why the earth is covered 3/4 water and 1/4 land, because we got the water from that part, that chunk moon part that got blown out. But since that happened, which was happened 66 trillion years ago, the identity of who God was, on the planet at any particular time was kept secret. It was kept secret by 24 men. The Bible calls them 24 elders. So that's a circle of gods. But out of that 24, one of them is the supreme God, the God of the gods, the judge, I'm saying, of all of it. So the gods, have always existed since the beginning, since the originator. Once the originator created himself, his form, and then his first act of creation after himself was his second self, which was the woman. And then he set the law of reproduction of the gods in motion on into infinity or eternity. We all was gods. You know what I'm saying? We all was gods, but then some, after multiplications and masses started being produced of God. That's why, the Bible say we are all God's children of the Most High, because all we are the reproductions of the originator. Once he set the law of reproduction in place, reproduction of himself, we all God's. It's just which ones of us go through the necessary process of discipline and study and struggle or whatever to become masters, to gain the knowledge, the wisdom and the understanding of the sciences of everything in life. So it's always 24 men that hold those positions at all times. They just secret. That's the real original secret society, the secret circle of the gods. That's where these devils get their whole concept of secret societies and all of that from the God secret society. So they pattern theirs after Satan, Satan's secret, satanic secret society of Satan's. But so the short answer that, one of the 24 was the most high God of gods at that time. I'm not sure if it was Master Father Muhammad's father named Alfonso. He was one of those 24, but I don't know if he was the judge, the 24th, like the high supreme God of the gods. But it's always 24 men at all times. We just don't know nothing about their identity. Yes. Lynn Young, you mentioned you pray to a man. Does that mean one specific man? Yes, but now it's and this is a concept that if we know anything about the teachings of the NOI, is that we say Allah or God came to us, especially the descendants of slaves, the mentally dead, North America, Black people of North America. He came to us in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, right? So he came alone. He came by himself, and he was the first one after the originator. Since the very first one of us, the originator of creation, trillions and trillions of years ago, Master Fard Muhammad is the first one to have fulfilled or equaled or matched the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, force, and power of the originator. So it's the originator in the person of Master Fard Muhammad. So that is the man that we pray to. We don't pray to his flesh. His flesh was just born in 1877, and it will go back to the earth whenever he please. But we're talking about the mind. You know what I'm saying? The mind. So righteous minds never die. The identity or that never dies. But the house or any physical house, anything that has a beginning or has can only hold eternal, infinite God energy for so long before the energy burns that house out. So that's what, while each person, while every person is alive, there's always somebody, a human being on the planet that has that knowledge, that has that supreme knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that is God in person, that carries that original creator's aim, will, purpose, function, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, force, and power. Negro by blood.
What's going on? What's going on, brother? How you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm doing blessed, man. Blessed. From what I have been taught, that we don't pray to man. Can you go to like more like explain like how can you pray to a man like right here on earth and stuff like that?
Right.
Because we pray to a spirit that's not here, as you say, like a ghost or a spook or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know more about that.
Right. That's a great question, and thank you for that question. And it's like when you're a baby. So let's get into the definition, the actual real definition of what a prayer is. All a prayer is a communication. A prayer is a communication to some being that's more able to do for us than we are able to do for ourselves. So if you're a baby and you can't walk and you crying or whatever because you wet your pants or you hungry, that cry is a prayer. You're crying to God in the person of your mother or your father or your big sister or whatever. That's just a request. You need help, something you need that you can't do for yourself, that somebody else has to do for you. So in old English language, they tell me, I beckon my Lord, I beg you, my Lord, to do this, and I beg you, my Lord, because if I have to beg you, you know what I'm saying, that means I'm not able to do something, and you are, so you are a Lord over me until I'm able to do that for myself. So any request of anybody, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to ask no dog for something, you're not going to ask a cricket or a flea for something, right? So any request is a prayer. And there's other kind of prayers. It could be prayers of thanks, prayers of meditation, prayers of will, like where you tapping into your own power. So prayers don't just have to mean that you're asking somebody else or some other mind or some to help you or do something. Some prayers are you meditating and focusing and concentrating to make something happen yourself. But that's all the power of the human brain, the human mind. So we're not praying to nobody's body, to their flesh. We praying to their mastery, to their ability to actually do for us what we need done for us until we're able to do it for ourselves. That's why we are God's children. We're all gods, but we babies. And when we first, get into relationship with God, the God that whatever God we believe in, it seemed like he really be answering our prayers. But then after a while, he don't seem like he answer our prayers no more. I've been, lately I've been saved for 10 years now, but now he ain't, like, because you supposed to have grown up. Stop asking your daddy for something when he didn't did it for you already. You don't wear diapers no more. Why you gonna ask your daddy, can you cook me some, or can you get that, off the cabinet for me? You're gonna be like, you get your, matter of fact, not only will he not answer your prayer, he might go upside your head. He might chastise you because he knows that you're now able to do for yourself. You don't have to ask me or somebody else to do what I prepared you to do for yourself. Right? Lin Young, if I understand correctly, your belief is that there was an original creator, correct? Then Fard came later as a human being. We all came later as a human being that you were taught is God in human form. No, we all are God. We all are God. We are all the reproductions of that original creator. This is the original creator's form. This was his own form. This is the form that he created to express himself. This is the most high form and expression of that eternal, infinite life force, intelligence, energy, spirit, whatever that we like to believe in and call God. This is the form this is the greatest form to express that. This is the form that he created for himself and then studied himself and brought and divided himself and brought out a second form like this called the woman. So the male and the female are twin halves of the original God. He divided himself into male and female and set up a law of reproduction and unity. So every time we come together in unity and in love, we multiply ourselves, that God multiplies himself. So that is the God house. This is the house of God, but the actual definition of God is the mastery of this knowledge and wisdom and understanding and all of that. So hopefully, that make more sense. We don't pray to flesh. We pray to a mastermind that's in the flesh that we can relate to, that breathes, that experiences, that loves, that is what we are, that we can relate to. Like a baby child, a human baby is not gonna naturally wanna nurse, breastfeed on a cat. Like if you're in a delivery room and a human child has a natural intelligence and instinct in it that they want to go skin to skin with mama that has been familiar with. I know this temperature, I know this heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? I know this voice, I know this energy, this love feeling. it's not going to do that with a cat or a rat or a dog or something like that. So it's certain built-in God intelligence, that only is supreme in the human being. Lin Young, what's Fard's significance in your beliefs? A divine teacher? Or you must just came on because we answered that already. Fard, like I said, is the supreme master of the sciences of everything in life. So God, whatever the originator was, is what Fard is. He just, instead of the only thing, Master Fard Muhammad did not originate this creation or this his own form. So he has to submit and bow and give honor and praise to that original one of us that provided his form. So hopefully that you can understand that concept. God is not just one individual. And if he came to make us a nation of gods, then same way that you ask your mother and father for something, or you might ask a friend, or you might ask your auntie or uncle, all of that is Allah or God in the person of these people that's able to do for you what you're not yet able to do for yourself. So we are God. It's not just one. That's why the Bible say, let us make man in our image. It's a we. The Quran says Allah is a we. The Bible says that God is a we. Bro, see, Jesus said in the Bible, it's expedient that he go. If he don't go, the comforter cannot come to you. And the comforter, or the spirit of truth, is going to guide us into all truth, meaning the mystery of God. Revelations 10:7. When the seventh angel, not the first, second, third, fourth, or the fifth, but when the seventh angel shall begin to sound or speak, then the mystery of God should be finished. It shouldn't be no more mysteries about God. And for us in the nation, Farrakhan is the seventh angel, and then there is no mysteries about God identity and, what I'm saying, with us. So that's why we freely can say this the way we say it and bold about it and challenge anybody. Okay, you say God is something else. Show me your God, because I'm going to show you mine. And I'm going to verify it in the book that you claim to believe in. I'm going to show you in your book where God says he's a man and we're men and flesh and blood human beings and all of that. So that's why they be quiet. It's not to diss, but you have to be able to prove it. You have to be able to show and prove what your own book say and what it means. So it's not this, and we're not saying that, to turn you away from Jesus. No, that's supposed to make you embrace Jesus for real and look for Jesus in today. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for God in yourself. The kingdom of heaven or God is in you. It ain't in the sky. The kingdom of God or the kingdom of heaven is in you. You are a God. So anybody that's teaching you something other than that is poisoning you and making you believe, no, we ain't no God. I ain't no God, and you ain't no God. Well, then why you claiming Christianity when your Bible say you are? The Bible say exactly what I'm saying. Why are you saying something that it don't say? You know what I'm saying? Who taught you that it don't say that? Who taught you that you was trash or you wasn't no good and the flesh is weak and all this old weirdo stuff? Like, the Bible don't say that. The Bible say that about the man of sin. The man of sin fall in that category. We not the man of sin. We not the people of sin. We was born in sin under the influence of these people, under the influence of the people of sin, and born in their sin and shaped in their iniquity with their poisoned mind as slaves and all of that. But we not them. They not us. Yeah. Say that again, Robert Epps. George Washington came to us in the person of Donald Trump, basically, because we're looking at the seat. We're not really concerned about the individual. We're talking about the seat of power called the presidency of the United States. So George Washington, if he was the first one, up into whoever the last one is, that represents the same character. That's the same with Pharaoh in the Bible. Pharaoh didn't live for 400 years, but we was enslaved 400 years under pharaohs, under a pharaoh that had the same idea for 400 years and passed that rulership down to his son or whoever, that got voted as the pharaoh for them 400 years. Might have been 5 or 6 pharaohs, but they all kept us as slaves. So it was the same pharaoh as far as we was concerned, right? Yeah. But yeah, that's a great example. Bro, see, our enemy taught our pastors to express the knowledge of the book to his benefit, not to free us from his control. Yeah, absolutely. Negro by blood, is it one Quran or is it many like the Bible? Nah, it's only one, but there are many interpretations, and that's where the tampering and the poison come into play. The Quran was never, had books taken out of it and books added into it like the Bible. It wasn't tampered with on that level. The Quran is tampered with in the form of interpretation. So there's like 57 different top Quranic Arabic scholars of Quranic Arabic into English, and they might say different words. You can tell it generally means the same thing, but sometimes there's words in there that shouldn't be there that'll give it a whole nother spin or a whole nother meaning. And that's how they tamper with it. They don't just change the word. They claim that they know Arabic better and that word really means this. And then these other scholars of Arabic and say, no, that word really means that. And they get to chopping it up like that. They get to tampering with it like that because they want to say that it means this instead of that. Yeah. Robert Epps, George Washington's mind is alive and well in Donald Trump. Absolutely. In every president. In Obama. It would have been a president in Kamala Harris. It would have been present. The fact that you even trying to sit in that seat. You're not trying to get rid of the seat. I'm trying to sit in it. So I agree. I want to be one. I want to be one with that idea, with that mind that George Washington had. You're not trying to create a different seat. That means you got the same goal, same mind, same aim. Lin Young's Acts 2:38 refers to the gift of the Holy Spirit to those who are baptized in the name of Christ. Do you believe this to be true? I understand it realistically. Like it'd be easy, Lynn, if you wanted to hop on here, you only got to show your face. You could just, because the texting is too, I'm not going to understand you. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't even want to start trying to explain something that I don't even understand really what you're asking me. So if you wanted to hop on the live and just let me hear your voice and just ask me clearly, then I answer whatever you got to the best of my ability. Excuse me. Kim says the whole office of the presidency is a Masonic ritual of the sun's travel. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I know what Masons mean and all that, but all that, I try to keep it down to earth, brother Kim. Try not to go out in space with it. But yeah, this is all part of why we so emotional and why we so confused, because we haven't allowed ourselves to be taught the actual provable revelation or knowledge of these things. So we just be imagining all kind of stuff. We let our imagination run away. We hear a little idea of this and idea of that, and we so busy trying to construct our own theology instead of actually submitting and sitting down and being taught by actual authorities of what has proven to be the most successful, which is this. You don't have to agree, but I challenge anybody, you know what I'm saying? If you got something better or wiser, and you produced a better product, I challenge you to produce it. I challenge you to prove this wrong. It's not no beef. I just want to be challenged. Challenge me. That's the only way that we gonna respect anything, right? You're not gonna respect me if I run from it like a preacher, or if I just tell you what you want to hear. You're not gonna respect me. Yeah. All good, Lynn. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Like, I'm not saying that I know best, neither. I'm just saying that I want to share what I do know, what little grade level of understanding that I am on. I just want to share it, and you might see more into it than I do. You might be able to take certain concepts and do more with them or understand them better than I do. So my job is I just want to share it, so at least your brain will be sparking it to give you some new ideas and new ways of looking at something that you always probably thought anyway, and something I said probably just confirms it. Oh yeah, I always used to think that. I always felt this and this and that, but it's interesting to hear you actually say it like that, Cam. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes me, even more, whatever, curious or more whatever. So that's all. It's just communication. So I know I skipped some but yeah, it's always good to me. I love talking with y'all about your power. You know what I'm saying? It's not a fake science fiction movie. You actually have powers, but you know, they have to be unlocked. They have to be unlocked. There are some that's already being unlocked, like certain, uh, mental communication, ability to communicate mentally. That's the first thing. We need to, that's the subject of who do you pray to? I pray to a living man that can hear me, that can hear my thoughts. We're taught into the science of thought and the speed of thought, and what physical things, physical ways to know when somebody is trying to communicate with you like that. So we taught that stuff in the nation, and we practice it. It's not nothing you're gonna hear the mainstream media or the devil or the government giving credit to us about. But you heard Minister Farrakhan on many occasions. That's why he even says that our father, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is physically alive, is not dead, and has communicated with him and communicates with him and some of us. You know what I'm saying? Regularly. And Elijah taught us, like I said, to know when, so that's fascinating to me. I would love to know more about, okay, so how do y'all say this happens and this and that? And so where is he at? I know y'all say something about a UFO or a big mother plane or mother ship or something like that. Yeah. Yep. All of that. Ain't that fascinating? That's what your US government and the governments around the world is talking about. But they trying to get a credit to aliens. They trying to say it's aliens. You believe them? They're not saying that these big UFOs or these little UFOs don't exist, because we see video of them. They exist. But are they gonna keep it 100? Are they telling you the truth of what they really are? Are they aliens? Because we've been taught for the last 90 years that they're not aliens. We taught that they're us. Those are we built those. We've been interplanetary, interstellar, whatever travelers. We are the gods of this thing. Don't you want to see? Don't you want to learn about how you built these things? How you seeded and planted life on other planets? How you actually planted the other planets in space? Why would you want to live your whole life and never hear that ancient, glorious, divine history about the power of yourself? Like, that's hell to me. Like, but that's why the devils flood us with alcohol and weed and drugs and sex and partying and all that money and you know what I'm saying, to keep you distracted from learning the real wealth, the real celebration, the real party, the real gospel good news that you God. Let me keep you drunk and high so you never tap into the actual power that can take us out of power, that can take your enemy out of power. No, we'll just party like it's 1999. We'll just twerk and party and throw money in the club. That'll keep them occupied. They won't never learn how to tap into their powers and get rid of us because we're gonna keep them partying. We're gonna keep them entertained. So I'm telling you, divine revelation. This is God speaking to you through me. Like it or not, your God don't speak. Oh, whatever. Okay, it's not then. If you say it's not, then it's not. But I say it is. He knows your power. He knows your unlimited power potential. He knows that he made you from himself. He knows that you are God's children of the Most High God, but you are asleep or paralyzed or mentally dead, and just takes a word from him, the right word, to spark you back to life, to get your pilot light back on, your God divine pilot light back on. And that's all this is. Me personally, I don't have no other powers yet, really, that's activated, but the power to help get your pilot light back on. And yours might come on way stronger than mine. You might be able to do more with this word that you're hearing from me than I ever been able to do, because I don't know what your power potential grade. I don't know. I don't know what God powers that he got locked up in you that is more developed or is more inclined to than I am. So, but my job is just to try to light these fires. Light these pilot lights, and whoever they are is going to be whoever they are. But you're going to hear this anywhere else? You're going to hear this in school? You're going to hear this in church? Where are you going to hear this? You're going to hear this in your gang? You're going to hear this in your sorority? You're going to hear this in your fraternity? Where are you going to hear this? Without them charging you or putting a cut on it or trying to ask you for something. And where they actually got a whole nation of healthy, strong, wise, loving, united, militant, respectable and respectful, civilized army, you know what I'm saying, to back it up as the proof. A lot of people as individuals can pop up and say some real miraculous, fantastic, metaphysical sounding stuff, but they ain't did nothing with it. They ain't produced no nation. They ain't reformed nobody with it. They just sound, metaphysical. But this, what we talking about, you seen the proof. You see the proof. There's no comparison. There's no match for these fruit, this proof, this pudding. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're you. We ain't fall out with no weird coat. We ain't drink no Jim Jones juice and nothing like that. We're you. You know us. We grew up with you. We was banging. We was slanging. We was doing everything else. And then we ain't. What happened? What did we get a hold of? What information did we get a hold of that healed us, that reversed our age, that made us intelligent, that made us attractive, that made us respected? You know what I'm saying? And made us God. Like, y'all don't you want somebody that talk God or that represent God, not no religion, but God, like, you know what I'm saying? That honors, so you can trust them. They're not gonna flip on you. They're not gonna do no weirdo pimp pastor flip flopping on you, or you know what I'm saying, trying to scam you. You don't want somebody that you can see been standing on this, you know what I'm saying, for 90 years. Like, damn. Okay, well, I guess you need to suffer some more. We need to, be free to do things our way until we get all the way into such trouble that, that's what it took for me. I didn't just rush to this. I had to get in such trouble so many times that the final time I told my brother, Reuben Muhammad, who's now the student minister in Greensboro, North Carolina, if your Allah get me out of this last time, then I'm going to be with it. But you know how many times I had to say that? And he finally did, and I kept my word, and I've been with it ever since. I kept my word. So anything that you respect about me, admire about me, like or love about me came from Farrakhan and Elijah. I never met Elijah in person, but we see videos and all of that, and we see so much slander. You see so much propaganda. You see so much emotional false accusations or whatever against him that you scared to, embrace it. I don't want to really look into it because I heard, but you can listen to me. So that just shows you that like that's some propaganda because you wouldn't be able to listen to me and claim that he's foul. So you wouldn't be able to listen to me and claim that Farrakhan is foul. So we're the fruit of the tree. You know what I'm saying? You can tell a tree by the fruit. So Jamila, walaikum salam, salute. Man, so that's all. I wouldn't even know how to stand on my word, honor. I wouldn't even know how to do this at this level if it wasn't for Farrakhan and Elijah. Those is my examples. That's why Jesus, people that claim Jesus, how can you really claim Jesus when you don't know what he did? Like you don't know how he did it. And even if you believe that happened 2,000 something years ago, he wasn't facing the same enemies and the same modern day circumstances and trials and tribulations that we face today. You don't know if he was your example. You don't even believe he had a physical father. How can Kal-El from the planet Krypton be your example? I think I'm from Earth. You know what I'm saying? I'm a product of a baby mama, a single mama, like, whatever. Like, so that's what I'll be wanting. Like, let's just line it up. Let's line up what's the craziest, not saying is like dissing, because I know what I'm saying sounds strange. I know it sounds crazy because I used to diss it the hardest. I pray to a human being. I pray to a human black man every day, every night. Communicate with him right now while I'm talking to you. And that man is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and Master Fard Muhammad. I communicate with them both. I pray to them both, but they represent the same God. It's the same God in both of their persons. It's like if you got a mother and a father, you know what I'm saying? They the same person. You know what I'm saying? If the father is the ultimate, authority, if he's a superior, but then he tell me, ask your mother, deal with your mother about that. Talk to your mother. Don't, it's not that I'm bothering him, but he might be trying to teach me to respect my mother by communicating with her. Just talk to her because I want you to give her the respect that you give me because I put my mind in her. So the way that you respect me, you better respect her. So it's a test on me. It's a test on her. So, okay, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I'll communicate with my father or the God that you made for me, our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be his name. His will be done, our Father. Right? When Jesus was on the cross, who did he call for? Who did they say he called for? Did they say God? They said my God, but no, they interpreted it and said, no, behold, he calls for Elijah. Why is he calling for Elijah? Why is he calling for a man? You believe that he's God, but then he's calling for another man? I thought he was God. I thought Jesus was God. Why is he calling for Elijah? So much so that the people was like, no, don't help him. Let's see if Elijah takes him down. You know what I'm saying? That's what your Bible say. So we call on the real Elijah. We call on Elijah. Right? Anybody? Does that make sense? And I can't, Dr. JR, I can't, my prayers are with you or whatever. Not whatever. My prayers are absolutely with you, but I can't entertain that. I'm not sure you want to get it, just the fact that let me see. Dr. JR, get on here with me because you said, are you ready? Oh. Get on here with me, or Elmatic is gonna have to block you because you've been on here before and you never got on with me, right? So just the fact that you use that subject to as something that you wanted to type to get my attention or to interrupt or whatever, then I need you to get on here. I don't, because I don't know enough, You said we'll chat. No, we'll chat right now because are you saying that your little cousin was found such and such, whatever, recently, or was this years ago? What was that? Thank you, Jamila. Thank you, Jamila. Thank you, Jamila. All praise is due to Allah. I'm trying to invite Dr. JR on here because I can't allow that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't allow you to type something that serious and that important, and then you talking about you can't chat. We'll chat. I can't do that. And that's that's my people. So whoever your nephew or cousin was, that's my people too. I don't know, So I don't play like that, bro. So you're gonna have to get on here with me, or we're gonna have to block you. Because the fact that you would, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing like that, but if that's not something you're supposed to type, especially not with me. If you're not willing to speak on it live, then that's violation to me. Every people is silent. Sent the messenger. Finished Williams, salute to you. I'm in Algiers. Remember you also from the last time, Elmatic. Salute, finish from Algiers. Yeah. So I hope I'm making sense. I'm hoping y'all understanding my spirit and my mind, where I'm coming from. Maybe that's a sign that I need to get off of here, because I don't want to intimidate nobody, and I don't want to put no salt on no wounds. I don't want to violate nobody no worse than we might already be violated. So anything y'all want to talk about? Anything you want me to answer real quick before I get off of here? Because my spirit has just been altered and affected, so I must need to get off of here. But I hopefully I said enough, what I'm saying, that was inspiring to y'all, that's food for thought. That's something that you can take with you and chop up, and that's motivating about the value, the priceless value and power potential of yourself, and understanding what prayer is, and why I boldly can declare who I pray to, instead of a mystery, ghost, or spook, or spirit, or something that's unprovable. I pray to human beings, to Black men as my authority. That's all. Vance Murphy, salute, love and peace and blessings to you and your fam. So yeah, I think I don't, and I want to be here for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with y'all because y'all are just as good of company to me as hopefully I am to you. But certain things, if it changed my energy, I don't want y'all to be negatively affected by my energy changing. Because I'll get aggressive. I don't want to get aggressive no more that people already accuse me of being. So I don't want to be pushy or but yeah, if you don't mind, hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell if you on YouTube, Digital Soapbox Network, and West Coast Cam on YouTube. Even though I'm heavily censored and demonetized over there, but still, it's all good. And I just try to represent us, you know, and of course I got to put this little cash app up here for anybody. As I am demonetized, so I appreciate all y'all cash apps in the way that y'all, show up for your brother. Twos and Fuse absolutely mean the most to me and to my family, my little daughters. They be loving y'all. They be loving y'all, and so do I. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all for that. But I don't do it for that. But that's definitely a perk. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the prayer. It's not collection plate. You know what I'm saying? I'm not requiring, but that's the gift of us blessing each other. So I don't look to no mystery ghost to bring me nothing or to bless me with nothing. You know what I'm saying? I get up, do the work, and if I actually have to ask somebody, you know what I'm saying, pray to y'all, shit, I'm gonna pray to y'all. H.G. Wells, Crayola Black. I don't understand that. H.G. Wells, what you mean by that? No, we gonna get more, Jamila. We, not know you. We are the sons and daughters of the Most High, our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be His name. His kingdom come. His will be done on earth as it is in heaven. We are His beloved sons and daughters. We carry His name. The Savior, the Supreme Allah gave us to Him. He owns us. We can communicate with our Father. He wants us to communicate with Him. So what else is that type of communication called but prayer? Because we're not teaching Him nothing. We're not counseling Him. We're not telling Him nothing He don't know. So it's, He's feeding us. That's called prayer. He's informing us and guiding us and helping and doing for us what we're not yet able to do for ourselves. That's called prayer. So any communication that I do, that's even with Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? If I call him or I'm blessed to be in a meeting with him, that's me praying. I'm asking him for help, for guidance. I'm asking him for mercy or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Help. That's a prayer. Let's not be spooked out and act like prayer means worshiping some, I don't know what. We just extreme. We just go extreme with our imaginations and feelings and emotions. No, I know what words mean. That's what I do for a living. I know what words mean. They don't mean what you want them to mean. They mean what they mean, what the definition is. So y'all are my God, brothers and sisters. And so when I need something or, people say, pray for me. It don't mean y'all get together and pray necessarily to the Father for me. No, a wise person knows that you have power in your brain. You have willpower. You have divine willpower in your mind. So a wise person, when they say, can y'all pray for me? That means, can you will, if I tell you the specific ailment or whatever that I'm dealing with, a trial that I'm dealing with, can you will success? Can you will healing? Can you will the solution into being for me from your will? It ain't necessarily about you asking the God to do that. You can do that too, but I want you to exercise your willpower. You have power that you don't know nothing about. There is no mystery God. Like in the lessons it say, the Son of Man, not the original man, not the originator, but his reproductions, because once you're born not, quote unquote, not remembering or not knowing. You have information and data in your DNA, but every baby is born not knowing nothing. So the Son of Man searched for a mystery God for trillions of years because they weren't the originator. But they found that there is no mystery God. There is not a mystery God. So they lose no more time searching for that which does not exist. I don't come to y'all, asking y'all to pray to some mystery God for me. Y'all are actually the gods that I'm asking something for or from. Even if it's not money, will good blessings or will protection. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who or what you got to tap into to do it. I'm asking your brain. I'm asking your mind to think good thoughts and healing thoughts about me. If y'all know anything about the science of, like, even the what's the dude name? The Japanese scientist dude, Messages in Water, where they wrote good, pretty words like love and I love you and beauty or whatever on some water and put it in the freezer. Just the thoughts of a human being wrote on a word affects matter. It affects water. We're made out of water. 75%, this whole planet, 75% water. So if I can get y'all to think or say a good word, and you ain't got to say it to a mystery God, just say it, when you hang up with, bless you, Cam. You know what I'm saying? I'm using my will, bless you, Cam, heal you and your family or whatever. What y'all typing? If you type anything positive about me, that's equivalent of writing a good word on a glass, on some water and putting it in the freezer. That heals us. That actually heals us. That actually produces the thing that we praying for. I don't want to freak you out. Oh no, we ain't got, okay, well, I'm not talking to you. If you don't believe that, I'm not talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the people that believe in the power of their divine brains, that believe that they are gods. Not saying that you're the originator, like you're the God of gods, but you are the offspring gods and you got the same power. Why not power potential? Why not exercise it? Why not exercise it? Right? So I want for you what I want for myself. This is what I do with myself. This is what made your brother as successful and healthy and influential or whatever and respected as I am. Because this is what I think about you. I respect you because I respect myself. I love you because I love myself. I see you as myself. I know I can't be successful. I can't grow. I can't become a master. I'm worthless without you. Just like one cell in your body is worthless without the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing without you. I can't be nothing without you. I can't be what I want to be as an individual. I have to be united with you. So hopefully, like I said, these words mean something. I'm not trying to confuse you or disrespect your belief or your faith or your religion or your God or your, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to add to that so you can use whatever parts that you can use and you can spit out the bones and shit. You can spit out the seeds or the bones, or if everything I'm saying to you is seeds and bones, and don't eat none of it. Right? But yeah, Jim Brown, salute, man. So yeah, on that note, man, I'm glad I guess it took this direction because I didn't want to be on that emotional blame game business or this politic stuff. So thank y'all again for guiding me in the right direction and supporting your brother. And I'm here to support you. We all we got. But what's better than that is we all we need. So campaign trail, no pain, no gain. We are the gods that we need. Peace and blessings. I'm outro.